Hello, this is Temporal, and this is brutally honest Bandai Kits, and this is the high grade, The Witch from Mercury, Gundam Schwarzette from the same show. Anyways, let's get into this thing. So, I'm gonna do this a bit differently, but it's also gonna be very similar to what I'm doing usually. We're gonna go over the 4 Guardian modes, or we're gonna go over a couple of them just to showcase them off, and we're gonna make them a nice pose and stuff. And on terms with how it is compared to the Calibarn, I think the Calibarn's a bit better than this guy. The build of it is fine, but Calibarn is a tad bit better, except for like some parts. But that's about it for me comparing it to Calibarn. So maybe the second one, it's better than the Moon Gundam, I would say. Because my Moon Gundam, it's alright. It sucks it can't hold the moon anymore. And it's a bit floppy. But this one, besides the sword, it's not floppy the slightest. Then again, I'm going to put it on the action base. I'm done with it. So, there's that. Anyways, let me get this Guardian out of the hand here. And I'll showcase what I did to it. So, as you can see, I applied all the stickers. All the, permit score ones. The permit. Same with the arms there too. I did not put them on the eyes because it's in paint there. It's in pink. It does come in pink. It's color separated, but I used a Gundam marker to make it pop a bit more. And yeah, it looks fucking beautiful. It has a beautiful ass head and nice little horn stuff. It very much shines. This is also top coated in a matte top coat. Make it shine a bit. Can't fucking speak. Just woke up a couple hours ago. It makes the permit pop a bit more compared to the rest of the body. And yeah. So that's basically what I did to it. I did paint these 2 black parts. I pen lined all the white with gray pen liner. And I pen lined all the dark gray and some of the inner frame with black pen liner. Another bad part about this guy compared to Calibarn is the fucking nub marks. I sanded all mine down, but you'll see a couple. Focus. You'll see like a couple on inner frame, a lot on the black parts and the dark gray parts. There's a shit ton of them. So that was not very fun sanding them down. But you can't really see them anymore. You can see some scratch marks from me sanding. But there was too much. The gates on this thing are awful for the black parts. Dark gray. But the white ones are fine since you can really sand those down and they'll be fine. Anyways, let's get on to the articulation. Head, standard double ball joint. Everything has this basically. Get the full rotation. Mine's a bit stiff, so I can't really get too much on the ball joint there. Arms can swing out about that much, which is fine. They go up about that much until they pop out. Oh. Let's see if I can get this arm swing. Arms can go up about that far. You get your full rotation. A double jointed bend, which is quite rare for one of these Witch from Mercury kits. Ball jointed wrists. You get a ball joint, double ball joint for the torso here, so you get some pretty good bend. Some pretty good side to side. You get your full rotation before it tries to pop out. Front skirts are molded together but can be separated. They don't hinder the legs at all. So you can get some crazy ass kicks to the front, and back skirt does move up and down ever so slightly, and this leg's gonna pop off. Kicks to the back are actually they're decent. I can't really do the splits, mainly because of the skirting armor, which is attached onto the legs, and you also don't get your full rotation for the legs. You do get double jointed bend with a knee separation of the armor, which is very nice. The side skirts do rotate on the peg, which is very also nice. You can up on the side and stuff. The feet things here move up and down. They rotate on like an IBO joint. Like, oh, yeah, it's fucking going. Okay, well, I'm gonna go grab that leg, and I'll just, there's a toe bend. This also moves on the ball joint. Let me go get that leg, and I'll do the accessories, We're back. The leg's attached, so we're gonna go over the one accessory we have, but there's some onward weapons. We got them Vulcans, and we got the revolver arms. Look at those things. Little barrel there. Then you have the little gun right there. Onto the Guardian. So the Guardian is like this. I did some painting in here. Same with all the black on here. With a black panel liner. And I panel lined with a gray panel liner. Or I used a Gundam marker for the black parts. Nubs on this part were awful. So I sanded them down a bit. And, the top coat filled in a bunch of scratch marks, which made it look very nice. Otherwise, you'd have a bunch of, gate placements there, as you can see right there. A couple. I'll zoom into that. Look at that. You're also given a peg, which can be used to get it, slide it like this, and can be used to store the Guardian, just like that. And it helps us stand much better. You can also put it in the backpack if you want, but it's gonna fall over. And yeah, there's these things right here in the backpack. They can rotate. They're a bit on the tight side, so I'd recommend just taking the parts together and moving it to how you want it to when you're doing the Guardian poses. So, yeah, that just happens too. So, we're gonna detach that. We're gonna split the Guardian like that, and we're gonna take out the sword. So the sword here, basic sword. I don't know if it might beam effect part. Oh shit. I'm gonna go find my beam effect part, and then I'll continue the review. So I'm not fucking sure where it went. Well then, I fucking lost it. I don't know where the fucking went. It probably vanished into the fucking void. I will find it before I take the thumbnail picture, but that fucking sucks. I had it 1 minute. Gone the next second. Probably find a little pile of beam stuff I have over there. That's not even it. Oh, whatever. Well, I'll try to find it more, and I'll continue the review. Anyways, cut. Alright, we are back. We found it. So, it was in the void. I'm gonna move that shit over and firmly attach it to the blade. So, blade, make sure not to break at this point here, but it slides on. Yeah, it slides on like that. And there. Shit, is it backwards? Backwards. Yep. There we go. That's the blade right there. It looks very nice. It does slide in the hand. It's on the beginning. Next accessory we have here is a holding hand for the left hand and the back of it. You also get a, open hand, like I've had on the kit the whole time, and a right holding hand as well. Oh, I meant left, like regular hand. Before this review gets too any long, we'll just take these parts off. We're not gonna do too much on here, but I use the stickers for this as well. Same for both sides. And since I'm kind of running out of time to do stuff, I'm gonna just basically do the standard review, the standard pose of all the guardian bits onto the side, since that's the fucking coolest one. In my opinion, and a lot of everyone's opinions. I don't really care for the X style or the winged folding down bit. But if you want to see what I'm going to see on the manual, I guess I'll show. So I'm going to recreate this pose right here, and I'm not going to cover this much since I'm running out of time, basically. So I'm going to pause it, show off this pose right here, give it a nice little pose, and this will be the conclusion after that. So, live. Okay, fuck, I don't know. I'll see you when I'm done with it. So, the first step, it's attaching the little bits on here, in which the first bit is a B18. So, you're only going to really use one of these things, and I guess put the other one wherever, or no, you put the other one on top. So, continue. Alright, we have attached the next part on. That's how it looks so far. Okay, so it's 2 ups, 2 downs. I messed up there, so it's a little port there. And I guess we'll showcase the final one here, which requires this little small piece, and touching it right there. And finally putting this piece right here, and closing it off with the final piece. I believe this one goes down. Yes, it does. Both pegs will go down on this one. Final piece here. Am I doing this right? I did not do it right. We got it. There we go. So, this will be attaching this thing on here and finishing out with my closing thoughts. That. Anyways, this has been Temporal with Brutally Honest Bandai Kits, and I'd recommend this guy. It's a pretty good kit. It's not as good as Calibarn or a lot of their guys, but it's good for what it is. The plastic stickers are very nice. As you see right there, very nice. Got that very shine to it. But, what kills it is the gate placements and how much sanding you have to do for this thing. That definitely kills it. Unless you're going to paint it, then don't worry about that. So, in conclusion here, it's good. It's a good kit. I'd recommend it if you're planning on painting it or sanding it down to hell. But if you're gonna straight build it, I don't really recommend too much of it. It's good. You're gonna have some, showing nubs, but that's about it. So, it is what it is. So, buy it if you like it. It's a good design too, but that's about it. Anyways, as said before, this is Temporal for Brutally Honest Bandai Kits, featuring the high-grade Witch from Mercury Gundam Schwarzette, and I'll leave my thoughts, and, well, goodbye.